Today we talk about davening. Rabbi Yankele Galinsky Zecher Tzaddik Livrocha was talking to a crowd and he wanted to awaken them, and he told them, one must remember, the Gemara in Brachos Daf Chaf Aleph Amud Beis, the Gemara says, one who davens by himself, compared to one who davens in a minyan, davens in a tzibur, it's as if he didn't even daven. Some people rush in the morning to work, they don't have time, they grab the davening, they do it real quickly at home. It's as if they didn't daven in relation to a person who went to shul and davened with a minyan. Yankele told a story. In Poland, one would have his store to the street and they would live downstairs. There was a husband and wife who had the store, and the wife is downstairs at the store and she hears the baby crying. They had a non-Jew taking care of the baby, and this lady was very loyal, dedicated, and the mother was sure that the baby is taken care of, but the baby kept crying more and more. The mother didn't know what was going on, so after a while she decided she must go up and see what's going on. She goes upstairs and she couldn't believe what she saw. The baby had the talis on, and the baby was lying down with his tefilin, the tefilin of her husband were on the baby. And she wonders and she asks the lady who takes care of the baby, what is this? So the lady told her, I didn't know what to do. I tried so many things. But then I remembered, I saw a certain segula that I see your husband that does every morning. Your husband comes in the morning, after getting the store ready, he runs home, he puts this big cloth on him, and then he puts these straps, and then he sinks into the couch for a nice hour, in which is very, very calm, he's relaxed. Looks like he's about to fall asleep. Perhaps he does take a nap. So I figured maybe it's going to help with the baby, but I don't know what to do. It didn't help. The people heard this when Yankele Galinsky told this over, and they said, but the problem is, even in shul, we put the tefillin and the talis on, and we still sometimes are davening be'esach hadas, thinking about all the things in the world except davening. And then Yankele answered, how do you know what the other person is thinking? Maybe you davened without kavanah. But Chazal say, a person doesn't know what's in his friend's heart. We have to judge people favorably. Chazal tell us, what is the service of the heart? That is davening. And one has to daven with a minyan, because Chazal say in Krisus Daf Vav, there are many samemanim in the Ktoires, many ingredients that come into the Ktoires. One of them is the chilboina. It doesn't smell good, at all. But when it comes together with the other ingredients, it's accepted to Hashem. When we come collectively, as a tzibur, minyan, we have koyach atfila, and let's say you're right, no one had kavanah in shul. But Ruach Chaim, Reb Chaim Volozhin, in his Perush on Pirkei Avos, when the Mishnah says, Al tihye rasha b'fnei atzmecha, explains Reb Chaim, don't daven by yourself. Don't daven by yourself, because when you do, you're scrutinized. But when you come with a koyach hatzibur, when everybody comes together in front of the Ribono Shel Olam, tefillah tzibur le'olam eina nim'eses. Chazal tell us in Brachos, the tefillah of the tzibur is never rejected. When one comes one-on-one to the king wants to know, who is this? That is so courageous to come and daven to him privately. But when you come with koyach hatzibur, so then even the cherboina, that ingredient in the ktoires that has a very, very unpleasant smell, is accepted because it comes with koyach hatzibur. One who is very rich has a private jet. Perhaps he has a yacht, but somebody who doesn't have all that money, he has to take public transportation. In Nishmas Kol Chai we say, B'fi Yeshorim Tisala, in the mouth of Yeshorim, somebody who's a Yasha. B'fi Tzadikim Tisroim, somebody who's a Tzadik, he can praise you individually perhaps. However, us who take the public transportation, the bus and the train, the plane, we are Uvemakhelos, Rivevois Amcha Beis Yisrael. We have to come with a Makhelos Amcha Beis Yisrael. We have to come with the multitudes of Klal Yisrael in order to praise Hashem. We have to use and utilize this koyach hatzibur, davening in a minyan. And with that, it's easy to understand the pasuk va'avadetem es Hashem Elokeichem. You should serve Hakodesh Baruch Hu. The pasuk starts in the plural form. Va'avadetem, all of you together serve HaKadosh Baruch Hu, but the pasuk suddenly switches and turns into the singular form. He's going to bless your bread and your water, but now it's in the singular form. Why? Because when you daven together, everybody has his own request. This one needs parnasa, this one needs refuah, this one needs a shidduch. So many different Yeshuas, singular. When does this work? When will these requests be granted? When will our prayers be answered? When you serve HaKadosh Baruch Hu together. What is the service? Service of the heart. That is tefillah, when we come to daven. Collectively. B'tzibur b'minyan. We have the koyach hatzibur, and then our prayers are answered.